I'm going to preview the Baylor women's soccer game against UTSA, and I'm going to note this up front. UTSA it hasn't played a hard schedule, to say the least. They're 5-2-2, but when you look at the schedule, I mean, Central Arkansas, McNeese State, they're all one of their two losses is to Kansas State, who's projected to be one of the worst teams in the Big 12. I mean, they beat Texas State. They lost to Grand Canyon University. They tied with Cal Baptist. They won over Texas A&M Commerce. Stephen Austin as well, and they had a tie with Tulsa, to say the least. And I'm going to go over some key players on UTSA. And then what they used last game was definitely a five defenders, 4 midfielders, and 1 forward. Though they have used like a combination of formations, and it's because unlike 1 to 3 forwards, when you see the stats in the description below on the formations, it's because they didn't list a particular player as a midfielder or a forward or a defender. You get it. So the goalie that has started recently is Jasmine Kessler, number 00, 5'8" goalie. That's a freshman, 1 goal allowed and 4 saves. But the other goalie, which I don't know what's going on, or anything, and nor I don't know about injuries or enough yellow cards to to be suspended from a game or what, or even a red card a previous game sometimes. Usually if they have a red card, I'll put something and say they got a red card last game, but that's very rare, Is Mia Krusinski, number 0, 5'10" goalie. That's a junior, 4 goals allowed and 19 saves. Now, overall, what are some key players to keep an eye on for UTSA as goal scorers and assist players? First of all, it's Sophie Morin, number 4, 5'5" midfielder / defender. That's a freshman, 3 goals on 7 shots attempted. Jordan Walker, number 5, 5'8" forward / midfielder. That's a junior, 1 goal on 11 shots attempted and 1 assist. Jordan Highland, number 12, 5'4" midfielder. That's a junior, 1 goal on 8 shots attempted and 4 assists. Deja Sandoval, number 13, 5'8" defender. That's a senior, 1 goal and 4 shots attempted and 2 assists. Alyssa Stewart, number 15, 5'11" midfielder / forward, 1 goal and 8 shots attempted and 1 assist. So yeah. Next player on the list, Saskia Dade, number 16, 5'8" defender. That's a senior, 1 goal on 7 shots attempted and 1 assist. Sabrina Hillier, number 19, 5'4" defender. Defender. That's a senior, 2 goals on 16 shots attempted and 2 assists. Avery Cheney, number 20, 5'7" midfielder. That's a senior, 8 shots attempted and 1 assist. And one player I did not mention earlier is Macy Geltmeyer, number 6, 5'6" forward / defender. That's a senior, 8 shots attempted and 1 assist. So that way I got that. And Alex Granville, number 23, is another player keeping on, 5'7" defender. That's a senior, 1 goal and 3 shots attempted and 3 assists. I would also say Olivia Alvarez, number 29, 5'5" midfielder / forward. That's a junior, 1 goal and 7 shots attempted and 1 assist. And the last player I'm going to mention is Zoe Lamb, number 17, 5'3" defender / midfielder. That's a junior, 1 goal and 1 shot attempted. I'm going to say this up front: we have to be better than last game in some areas. And if you watched, you know what it is. Baylor just didn't respond back with a lot of energy after giving up that PK goal and after getting scored on multiple times. And the lack of emotion was there. And Michelle Leonard said it as much in the press conference afterwards. If we're going to come back and respond with a lack of emotion, we're going to have problems all season. So we're going to have to go back and deal with why our attitudes were a little bit different after we got scored on. I mean, that's. And they just lacked. You gotta have more leadership because Michelle Leonard said that too. I mean, we need better leadership in these moments, and we're going to have some hard conversations with our leadership this week because they were silent. Yeah, we have to fix the ability to control the space on defense so it doesn't happen like with the back line. And the back line needs to be more aggressive, stepping up and being more aggressive. I mean, that's kind of what happened last night. They were not aggressive. And they also had more shots than you, too. I mean, and I get you can't control the officiating at all. You just can't. But in a situation like that, the team Baylor is a team that wants to keep the ball and move the ball in space. We just can't get bullied physically, and that's probably what was the difference against Texas, to be honest. And Michelle Leonard said as much about the officiating on year long, and she's even stated, "I'm not supposed to say that." We've had a very low, inconsistent level of refereeing. It's been a very frustrating season. I'm not supposed to say any of this. But sometimes in certain games, things are being called, and in other games, they're being let go. Sometimes it's a yellow card, sometimes it's not. It's really hard for a player to understand what is a foul and what's not. And again, just calling the foul isn't enough. Well, I mean, she's telling the truth. And she even did say, like afterwards, after the Texas game, there were like 3 or 4 fouls in the first 10 or 15 minutes, hard fouls that I deserved a yellow card, to warn them and kind of back them off a bit, and that didn't happen, and they were just allowed to continue to play that way. I don't know what to say about the officiating, but you just can't get out physical. I mean, that's the truth. And you got to you got to win the first ball, not just the second. I mean, we got hustle the other team. I mean, UTSA here, and we need to play a little more emotion and leadership in case we get scored on. We do need to get more shots, period, than Texas. And I get that first goal was a PK on a handball in the box. And obviously you don't want to have that. It just happens sometimes. But just try to find a way not to have a foul in the box or a handball in the box going forward. And I know it's dependent on the officials, and I know some players that have taken a dive, just a flop. I mean, it's the truth in all this. So at least I said some quotes by Michelle Leonard that should resonate with the team, I would think. They're going to try to fix all those issues. I mean, they allowed 24 shots last game. You only had 7, and 3 of those were on goal, and Texas had 13 of those on goal. You got to be better. You got to win that. You got to be better in that category. I'm telling the truth. I mean, we had more saves than Texas, but we also gave up more goals than Texas. That's the truth. And we need more corner kicks as well. I mean, 10-6. The fouls were even like at 6 apiece. So, and we gotta have to be better in crisp passing. And part of it, I think, the issue was last night against Texas. They just had nerves. I mean, they were just nervous about the first conference game of the year, and now we just gotta learn from it. Straight up. And every time, and Baylor's now 4-3-1 by the way, and every time they give up 2 goals or more in the game, they lose. So 1 goal or less, like 0, it's a win or a draw. We just gotta come out with more energy from the start. I mean, it's the truth in all this. And don't let them score on you. I mean, and they were just, and she even said, Michelle Leonard even said, we were just intimidated. You can't be intimidated by the opponent. I mean, you just can't. I'm sorry. It made us more nervous, and we gave her more time and space, and let the things get worse for Baylor. So yeah. And like I said, you gotta look at the film as well and see what UTSA style is and attack the weakness areas. And we'll just look. We gotta learn from the Texas game and try to move on, not just to this game, but other Big 12 games. And that was probably a good test to get ready for number 1 BYU, which we host right after this game. But as for the UTSA game, you gotta be a lot better than that Texas game. I'm telling you that up front and based on the numbers alone. You gotta be better. You gotta have more shots than the opponent. You gotta have more corners than the opponent. We gotta control the ball a lot better. We gotta be better on defense. And don't try to turn the ball over in our own end of the field. That led to one of the goals for Texas. I mean, when you look at the game and all. So we have to be better, and we gotta be better in the mid. We gotta be better in taking care of the ball in the midfield. I mean, the midfield was just really congested. In the passing, it seemed we were just off a little bit. So let's go and take our frustration from last night onto UTSA here. And I get UTSA's 5-2-2 on the year, but like I said, the schedule is soft up to this point and not that impressive. So anyways, if you like this content, like and subscribe, and see you guys later. 5 subscribers, we're on the road to. Let's go. And yes, I said 500 this time because now it's back down to 499. So let's get to 500, y'all. Then the next goal is 600. So just a quick